The ones that can, will, and the ones that can't, wish. Because I mean, like, you're not 17 very long. It's only a few months before you're like halfway to 18, right? If you think I'm wrong, you're retarded. So, in case you guys haven't heard the news, besides me being very, you know what I'm saying, there's other news on the horizon that DrDisrespect talks to other girls who aren't his wife, and he also talks to minors. And I'm not mad at him at all. Let's talk about it. So, recently, there's been some talks about DrDisrespect and his Twitch ban back in the day years ago, right? They wouldn't say why they banned him, but some angry Twitch employees decided that, you know what, we never will like the Doc, and we want him gone. We want everybody to fucking hate him. So one of the Twitch employees who's put this information out has been using the hype to try to get tickets sold to a concert that I think his buddies are putting on or have a band in or something like that. Said something along the lines of, the venue holds 400 people. If it sells out, I'll drop the news about why DrDisrespect was banned back in the day. I'll tell all. He's had it out for the Doc for a long time now. And I mean, that's how any public figure who has an actual opinion worth anything is, right? They're going to have people who just fucking get mad and want to end them. I mean, that's from Martin Luther King, to any reputable politician throughout history, to any leader of any army that was doing anything. There's always going to be people who are looking to try to make you your worst, or appear that you're your worst, or catch you at your worst, or even make things up that aren't even true. So what are they talking about this time? In case you are living under a rock and haven't heard, well, DrDisrespect was banned years ago on Twitch, but they paid his contract out, and it went to court and all that stuff, right? No wrongdoing was found. Okay, so what's all this new hoopla about, and why do I not give a solitary fuck about what the Doc has been accused of? So he's been accused of, well, one thing, but we know that he's had huge controversies with two things. Back around the same time, he banged some dude's wife at their request, like the guy wanted to watch. If you know Destiny the live streamer, maybe that was his girl at the time, because he likes for girls or guys to bang his girl. So this guy had the Destiny syndrome, and he liked to see guys bang his girl. And who better to ask than someone famous? And that famous person in this situation was DrDisrespect, the two-time, who also might be the two-timing. But if you guys follow the red pill at all, you know that men are always going to be talking, looking, and hunting other girls to some degree. The ones that can, will, and the ones that can't, wish. And that's all that is. It's just, if you say anything else, you're just stupid. It's simple. So Doc, being the super mega famous multi-millionaire at the top of the league, he can do whatever he wants, still can. And I'm sure girls are in his DMs. I'm sure he has bitches signing NDAs right now that he's banging, right? But in this particular case, the couple that he did whatever with decided to run their mouth because clout is a hell of a drug. And they wanted some. So yeah, I guess they got their clout. And not very much, because I don't even know who the chick is. She must not have been that attractive. Sorry, Doc. But your wife is very nice looking, so you at least have a nice base, stable hottie at home that you can always say, hey, look, that chick over there might not have been a 10, but my girl, she's pretty good. So Mrs. Assassin, big ups. So he went through that, right? Not a big deal, because this is normal male behavior. There's no male in history who's had any kind of testosterone coupled with power who didn't do things like this. Supernaturals and naturals breathing air. I mean, hell, fucking Kennedy. He was a little bit on the softer side, but he was still a hip guy, right? He was seeing other girls, even though he was married. So when he talked about it, you know, mainstream media, the SJWs tried to give him shit because he's a man doing man things. Not long after that, Twitch let him go. The details were like, we don't fucking know why, right? Me and you sitting in the house, don't know why. Doc, people involved, obviously knew why. So here's the long story short. There's a chick he was talking to, underage. That means almost nothing to me. And we'll talk about why that means nothing to me, and obviously means nothing to Doc, and tons, billions of men around the world. It's not just me. I started to not say that because the truth is that if something's right or wrong, it doesn't matter how many billions of people do it, right? But the reason I say that is because you fucking idiots at home are too fucking stupid to understand when something's okay or not. If someone tells you that a girl has to be 18 for you to sleep with her, then that's, in your mind, the hard facts. But again, we'll get into it and why you're a fucking moron. So, he's talking to this chick, I guess in Twitch whispers is the terminology that they used. I guess it's fucking DMs, right? That's what we call it these days. Twitter, Instagram, or X in Instagram, DMs. Nothing crazy happened. He didn't send her any crazy pictures, but they were flirting, right? And she was going to go to TwitchCon. I guess she wanted to get some of the two-timing champ. So he's like, hey, fucking pull up, basically, right? And so Twitch decided that that was inappropriate against their toss, and they were going to let go of him behind the scenes. And he's like, hey, fuck you. I didn't really do anything to break my contract. They're like, okay, fine. We'll go to court. We'll talk about it. Court said, hey, man, he didn't do anything to break his contract. Him flirting with girls that you don't think he should be flirting with is not a breach of contract. You're all up in his personal life. Okay? And Twitch was like, fuck, paid him out. So you flash forward years down the road, and these, as Twitch employees, I should say, start making these cryptic messages online and then saying that they're going to release the beans if people buy tickets to concerts and shit like that, right? So Doc went ahead and beat them to the punch. Why let them continue to garner more clout when he can just take all the attention that's going to be on him and put it on him right now, rather than let them like milk the system and then dump the attention on him when they're ready to. So I understand the move, big ups, because this world is chess, not checkers, motherfucker. He played chess. He saw that they were trying to use the DrDisrespect name, brand, and drama around his situation to milk. And he said, nah, that's my cow. Even if it's sour milk, it's still my motherfucking cow. Give it back. And so he took it back. So he put out an X message. Do they still call them tweets over there on X? The platform is X, but are they still called tweets? You let me know in the comments. But he goes ahead and say, back in the day, there's some shit that happened. I couldn't talk about it, but since ex-Twitch employees are talking about the situation now, I can as well. I was talking to a chick. She was quote-unquote underage. And yeah, we were flirting and shit. Basically, he said there were some inappropriate comments. But like, no crazy pictures or anything or that kind of thing were sent, right? What that means is they were flirting and shit. She was going to turn a TwitchCon. He was going to wreck that booty hole, is what that means. Whatever. So, turns out the girl is... Well, let's start with underage, right? I'll go ahead and say the number so that you can start formulating in your head what you think is okay. But let me ask you real quick. What age, in your opinion, because that's all it is, the arbitrary opinion, right, is underage? I'm waiting. You go ahead and tell me. I'll give you a moment. What age is underage? So he said he's talking to a girl that's underage. And I'm like, oh, shit, she's like 14 or something? She's 13? Like, Doc, what are we doing out here, brother? And then he goes on to say that it turns out she's 17. Is that actually, because that's not underage to me. That's an age. She's retarded, sure. And most people in the world are retarded. So that's not the metric that we use for sure. Let me ask you a question. Let's talk about this real fast because now's the perfect time because I get a little bit heated because you fucking morons don't understand what fucking underage is. You guys don't understand when it's okay and when it's not okay for a girl to be getting her rocks off or something, right? So here's the deal. If there's a society, right, maybe like a Muslim society or something, where girls are virgins until they're like 25, 26 on average. And you're saying, hey, you're coming over here, fucking 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds, and you're fucking up the economy, the ecosystem of pure vajayjay. You are fucking it up. Then I will hear that argument and I'll take it to heart. I'm like, bitches out here are staying virgins basically until marriage at like 23, 24, 25, and 26. And like, here I am talking to like 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds. Like, maybe I am the problem. Like, let me think about it. But if you have a society that's structured in such a way that bitches are making their OnlyFans accounts at 17 and waiting to hit the verify button on their 18th birthday, that is a sexual economy that I cannot be held responsible for if I'm talking to a girl who's 16 or 17. Neither can any other man. The average age of what men find attractive are around that anyways. That to like 23 or 24 is prime attractiveness for a female. And if you watch the channel, you understand why. If you don't understand why, go look at some of my videos where we talk about the prime attractive age for females. When they're at their peak, pow, right there, like a goddamn pyramid, right? If you can't keep your females pure until they're an age where we can all agree on that's definitely an adult, then you cannot complain when we pick your fruit early. Because if we wait any later, it won't be ripe fruit. It will be spoiled. Here's the thing, though. The body, the human body, is ready to reproduce quite early. We're talking like, what, 12, 13 and shit? Something like that, right? It's ready to go. That means nature intended the body to be ready to do what it needs to do at those ages. And if someone were to have a child at like 14, 15 years old, then they would grow up with that child and be pretty fucking close in age and be able to like do all the fun shit with them as that kid gets older. So there are some advantages for it. Here's the situation though. When society doesn't keep their females in check, send them to finishing school, for instance, teach them how to be ladies, and they don't teach their males, their boys, to grow up to be men, then you can't be angry when a man talks to a very young woman, because she's about to be a woman. And the only thing she's going to do under your tutorship is fuck up her future. See, if the average age of when girls are losing their virginity is like 14 or 15, then you can't be mad when an experienced man comes along and is like, you know, let me grab one of those apples before it gets defiled, okay? And the reason why is because any other answer is fucking asinine. Think about it. And there's been no one who can even challenge me in this debate, because it's not a debate, it's common sense. And anyone who disagrees is a fucking moron, which a lot of you are, especially on X and other corners of the internet where they don't understand what a real man is. And I'm not afraid of the controversy. See, I don't have like partnerships or brand deals that I'm terrified of. They don't run me, motherfucker. If I have something to say, I share it with you in the true factual form. And the fact that Doc is talking to 17-year-olds and shit means he also agrees with me. It means that a lot of men agree with me, whether they say it or not, and a lot of them do say it. And some of them, sponsorships, it could cost them millions to say it, so they don't. I would just be cost fucking millions if that's the case, because I'm always saying the motherfucking truth, and that's what makes me fucking lethal. Respect, motherfucker. You're always gonna have it for me, even if you don't like me. And if you do like me and respect me, then fucking bonus brownie points. But you're always gonna have this right here, because I'm always gonna be 100 with you. So let's get into it. Why is a 17-year-old fair game? In most societies, and in all Western societies, bitches ain't virgins when they're 17 anymore. Like, what the fuck? This chick trying to get up on Doc's D? You think, do I even have? Of course she wasn't, right? There's a big problem with society if you guys can't keep 17-year-old virgins around, right? Because the whole idea around like long-term commitment, relationships, and marriage and stuff like that is that the man's getting a girl who's pure and that he can trust, that isn't damaged from previous relationships or have all these memories of being with other men and things like that, right? But that's just not the case. You get a 17-year-old right now, the bitch been around the block and might hit the OnlyFans button in 2 months, okay? Actually, like fucking actually. I'm not saying this ironically, right? So if you hit up a 17-year-old, maybe you get her when she's pure, before she's had 14 boyfriends and decided that, you know, McDonald's doesn't pay enough and she's hitting the OnlyFans button. Easy fucking money. The money glitch for females in this time period before AI robots come over and fuck them over, which is going to happen, but that's also a video I talked about. Go look at that one. So if you're a man and you want a girl who doesn't have a bunch of baggage, then you can't date a 23-year-old. She's had like 6 boyfriends, might have had 2 abortions. Who knows what else she's been doing? The hot girl summer shit. Like, you don't know. But you get a girl who's 17, 16 perhaps, and you get a girl who is like fresh to the game. She's not jaded. Everything you show her is new. She hasn't like been ran through. Maybe has been with no one, might not have even kissed a boy. But you wait any time longer than that and like it's inevitable. In fact, if you find a 16 or 17-year-old who hasn't done those things, that's pretty fucking amazing too. Think about it. So there's no logical answer that you can give me as to why that's not okay or even a good idea. I'll say it right now. I'll put it out there. I think that's great. And billions of men agree with me. But that's the last time I'm going to say that. Just know, yeah, you're the minority here. That's the last time I'm going to say it, because I don't want to let billions of men agreeing with me validate the things that I say. I want to let the facts validate what I say. And the fact is that you guys are fucking morons. A lot of you, chicks, dudes, whatever, who don't understand how men and women work. So let's talk about why 17 is fucking fine and even preferred. So why is it preferred? You know, why is it the prefermente? Did I say that right, Lamborghini? The reason is because if you want a girl who's not damaged, that's the best age, honestly, to get them at. They're still bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. They haven't had bad experiences. They're not looking or hopping into a relationship with you thinking of all the bad relationships they've had. They're a clean slate. If they end up fucked up, it's probably because you did it. not because they came that way. And that's an excellent position to be in. If I could choose to be in a situation where everything was perfect unless I fucked it up, I'm always choosing that situation. Who wants to go into a situation where you know it's already fucked up and there's going to be things you have to fix? I don't want to fix your upper home. I want a brand new mansion. Brand new built this year is what I want. You know? If you like to fix up houses that have a bunch of problems with it, that's go be you. Not me, though. That's you. So, in a society where they're not keeping their females kept and raising them to be good wives, good girlfriends, good long-term mates and partners, the sooner you get one so that you can indoctrinate her, so that you can groom her, the better. Because she's just going to end up fucked up, sad, angry, hateful, and childless at 40 and alone if you don't. That's the odds, bro. Don't get mad at me. That's how it is. And all throughout history, men in society have known this. So let's talk about why it might not be such a good idea. I can't think of any. What was that? You said legally? Fuck the law. I said it. I don't fucking care. The law means jack shit. You want to gas Jews? Because that was the law. Do you want to scalp prisoners? Because that has also been the law. Laws are guidelines. No, for you, there are rules. Because you fucking morons need absolute hard fucking rules to even get to the fucking store without dying or hurting someone else. I agree with you. But for those of us, alpha males, alpha men who have minds, who can discern fact from fiction, who can understand and look for the truth of realities, laws are guidelines. There could be a law that tells me that I need to stone women if they wear blue on Tuesday, and you dumb fucks would be picking up rocks. And I would pick up nothing but maybe their skirt and their number. Laws are guidelines. You have to understand when something's good for everyone to follow and when it's perfectly fine for you not to. You think I drive around at the speed limit? No. But I do recommend that your slow reaction time having an ass do. Facts. So we're going to put the law to the side because nobody with a brain actually gives any kind of a minor fuck about a law. I don't care what some weirdos that I never met decided to write a bill about. I don't, you know? And that's, even keep it in mind. I could say it in the comments. I almost didn't say it here because, again, I don't want that to be defining what's right or wrong. I'm telling you right now it's right. But most states agree that 17 is a fine age as well. And the entire world does also agree. But I don't want that to give me validity. So that's the last time I'm going to say anything about how the rest of the world or how society views the situation. I'm going to just tell you what's right and what's wrong. And if you want to see how many other people agree with me, then do your goddamn homework before you comment. Okay? Because I'm a motherfucking G up here and you're just a little P. Maybe even a little B. Little bitch. Hey! What's up, motherfuckers? Are you broke? Are you not broke? Are you broker than a joke? Are you doing good? Are you not doing good in life? Well, this YouTube channel's for you. God Connecticut, the host, owner, and badass mofo of GG Straight Up. Looking good in the neighborhood as always. Welcome to the YouTube channel. I'd like to give a shout out to myself for today's sponsor. Now, I want to ask everybody watching this real quick, very, very brief question. How much did you pay to watch this video? Oh, really? You don't say. Oh? That's absolutely amazing. Well, since you got in on this video at that low price, how about you do what you can to show a little love and support? Hit the subscribe button right now. Just smack it in the face like somebody told you your girlfriend's fat. Only if she isn't fat. If she is fat, just like nod and agree and then get her on some, weight loss pills and a treadmill. Get her a gym membership. Can't be walking around no fat hoes. Okay? No fat sloots. Anyways, go ahead, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, show some love. Now back to the video. Anyways, so the fact is that there's no good reason not to date a 17-year-old if she has all the qualities or most of the qualities you're looking for. Then guarantee, as a good leader, you can bestow all the other qualities that she needs as well. You find a 17-year-old who's skinny, but you like going to the gym, that bitch is going to be in the gym with you. And she's going to look fine as fuck in like 8 to 12 weeks, sir, of going with you. She's going to look like a brand new girl. You guys going to be all on Instagram taking all the little fucking pictures together. She's going to be youthful. She's going to be, her genes are going to be amazing. Her fucking cortisol level is going to be low. Like everything's going to be great with her. She's going to metabolize like she's a mutant from an X-Man. She's going to look fucking amazing. You're going to be there and helping her develop. She's going to be your gym girl. You like big titties? Buy her some big titties. She's going to be your gym girl. Now, here's the thing. Because society doesn't keep these girls in prime condition, you saying that an older man who's above 18 can't date a girl who is 17 or below 18 or whatever you want to say, however, whatever. Doesn't make sense because these girls, the JJs, are not being sanctified anyways. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's not like someone's coming along and disrupting the ecosystem. They're still getting something put in their little shit anyways. And half the time they're ending up having kids way too early and fucking up their entire future. At least, and also let's talk about the more practical part of it. If you didn't know how to go to the store and I also didn't know the way to the store, wouldn't it be good to find someone who actually did? Think about it. Let me put you into perspective with that statement. Now that I've properly trapped you into saying yes. Because the answer, you dumb motherfuckers, always yes to that. If no one knows the answer, finding someone who does is the best outcome. When it comes to bedroom activities, finding two 16 or 17-year-olds who recently discovered what their parts do from an anatomy book does not bode well for an excellent sexual experience. So you send, as they say, the blind to lead the blind, and then wonder why females are not happy that they could be with their bedroom time fun. You take that same 17-year-old, and for instance here, you give her to the doc, a man who has a wife, who has proven working parts by his children that exist, who has a strong sex drive. I almost said sex wife. I mean, he probably has that too. But a strong sex drive. As where he's like banging other people's girls upon request. And then the 17-year-old gets to spend time with him. She's going to walk away with a unique experience that she's not going to get from the kid who goes to her school who's bicycling. So what would be your argument against that for anyone who doesn't agree with that? Some chick who's 17 should just have bad experiences until she's 26 or 27 or gets married and they figure it out together? Or what's your rebuttal to that? Because if someone's already going to do the action, shouldn't they do it to the most desirable of outcomes? Like I said, if the ecosystem was being disturbed, that would be a conversation worth having. But if motherfuckers out here doing the shit anyways, then what the fuck? That's like having a law where, or societal standards, let's say, it's like having societal standards where you can't sell kids fucking a pizza. They can't have a pizza. You have to be 18 year old plus to buy pizza. But every kid who isn't 18 has already had several pizzas. But you sell them a pizza and someone gets mad at you in the comments. In fact, they're trying to learn how to make pizzas with their little friends and fucking it up and thinking it's a pizza. And then they come to you and you're a master chef over here. You whip up the dough, bam, spread it out. You put on the sauce, the cheese, the toppings, bam. You put it in the fire roasted fancy ass oven, create it to perfection. Slide it across the table and go, you were interested in pizzas, right? Have a slice. And they're like, oh my God, amazing. Because they're going to say, oh my God, trust me. And you're like, goddamn right it is. And then people want to get upset with you for helping them actually have something that they've been fucking around with already. Have something proper, right? It's ridiculous. Part of me wanted to compare it to like, you know, you giving them pure drugs versus like drugs that are cut up with stuff because like they're doing drugs anyway. But like, let's be honest, sex isn't a bad thing, dude. How the fuck, you dumbass, you faggy motherfuckers, I said it in the comments, right? Getting upset with Doc and other people, other men, for liking younger women. How does that work? Because what you're doing doesn't make sense. What makes sense is that if something's natural, if something's proven to work, if something's fine, then you don't get upset with it. So that's what I have to say about girls who aren't 18. And there's nothing that anyone can say to defeat that argument or those facts, because that's the situation. Somebody would have to try very hard to explain why a girl who's going to, or has been, sleeping with people her age can't sleep with someone who's older. Why a girl has to lose her virginity to someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing and is going to dump her in 2 weeks when they disagree about who the best Pokemon is, when she could give her virginity, share it, in fact, with someone who values it, to keep her around and mold her to his standards and to be his girl who understands how to nurture a relationship and teach her all the ways of life. She's just gonna like wham bam thank you ma'am with somebody who doesn't know what the world has in store for either of them, and then break up like a couple weeks later or a couple months later, or move to a different part of the world, like never talk to each other again. On the flip side, if she got into the nest of a man, there's something that can really flourish there. So you gotta explain to me how that makes any sense, because it really doesn't. 17. So, and also, what is this weird fucking arbitrary fucking number? You fucking idiot morons. You no brain cell having bitches. What is this number? Why 17? Why 16? Where's the number coming from? Why is it okay at any of these ages or not? So maybe you don't have a brain. But for those of us who do, let us share our brain power with you. So let's take a little closer look at that. 17 bad, 18 good. Let's go with that theory. That was 17 and 4 months bad? Because I mean, like, you're not 17 very long. It's only a few months before you're like halfway to 18, right? So do we round up? Is 17 and a half okay? If you meet the perfect girl, she got the big ass titties, the fat and tight, ass, the slim waist. She got the little bleach blonde hair. Looks like she fucking bleached the shit out of it, but it's natural. She's everything you talking about. She loves your sports. She plays volleyball. She's active. She's smart. You meet her. You can't bring her into your world and share your cars and your luxury life with her because people on the internet said so. Well, okay, let's back it up. If 17 and a half is okay, then what about 17 and 3 months? What about 16.9, 16.8? So the point is that these numbers are fucking arbitrary. If you want to say that it has to do with the maturity of the person, they're already doing it. You dumb motherfucker. When you're not paying attention, they're doing it anyways. The maturity has nothing to do at all with it. At least someone who can act as a father figure, because that's what all men are in their relationships. Don't get weird with it. If you're a man and you have a woman that is your girlfriend or wife or anything, you are also her father figure. There's a very small difference between a man being a husband or a life partner to his woman. It's so fucking razor thin. You don't fucking understand. Think about it. Even when a dad doesn't like the boyfriend, if it's a good boyfriend, right? The dad and boyfriend literally want the same thing for the daughter/girlfriend. It's literally the same thing. The only difference is what happens in the bedroom and the commitment of love as things flourish, right? The love starts to grow more for the boyfriend than it does for the father, right? But the end goals are really the same. Like, you want to make kids with her at some point, probably. The dad wants her to have kids at some point. It's like, you guys are so on the same page, it's fucking ridiculous. It's crazy how much a father and a boyfriend are on the same fucking page. You want to make a bunch of money, have a Lambo, and show her the world? Well, the dad wants whoever is taking her out to make money, be a provider. And also, yeah, motherfucker, show her the world. Like, what's out there? Take good care of my daughter kind of thing, right? So, in all metrics, it makes more sense for a younger girl to date a more successful older man. Gentleman. I almost said gentleman. Makes him sound a little older, but hey, if he's like 68 and he pulls himself a 17-year-old, I'm still not fucking mad, right? The Green Mile guy pulls himself a real hottie. You go ahead and look her up. I could tell you the name, but I'm gonna let you do a little research on the Green Mile's wife. Guy, just type in Green Mile actor, wife, young wife. There you go. Fucking pow. Anyways, point is that when a girl is with a man who's more experienced and understands things, he's a better leader. If you get two people who don't know what the fuck they're doing, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So I can already hear some people saying maturity, right? But like I said, she's already gonna do the thing, whether she's mature or not. So it makes a lot more sense for her to be doing the thing with someone who is mature than someone who's fucking isn't. You can't make it make sense. You really can't. No matter how you feel about it, you dumb fucks, you can't make it make sense. And you already can't fuck until you go to war, age-wise, right? It's already fucking retarded. So now it's 26, 28 when you can actually, like, use your reproductive parts? No. And guess what? I meet people who are 26, 28, and 38 all the time who are fucking morons. Probably like some of you who are commenting on this, okay? That means nothing. Let's hear the power dynamic argument. Yeah, he's older than her, there's a power dynamic. Look, motherfucker. If it's a good relationship, it's a goddamn power dynamic. Anybody who's ever like, well, the boss shouldn't sleep with his employees. Look, if the bitch is hot and she wants a raise, that's probably the smartest way for her to get the raise. Look, girls, if you're listening to this right now and you really want the raise, your boss can help you out with that. Figure out something for you. That's how it works, is what it is. Okay? That's what happens when humans work with each other instead of robots. Robots won't fuck each other unless they're programmed to do so. Humans will. And humans will do so because they're afraid or intimidated. There's all sorts of reasons humans make decisions that are good or maybe not so good, is what it is. But I can tell you this, power dynamic. Every man wants power so that he can get more bitches, get more influence. Yeah, it's a goddamn power dynamic, you fucking beta moron. That's the whole point of life, is getting enough power so that other people listen to you and bitches want to fuck you. Yeah, goddamn power dynamic. So the power dynamic is going to be there whether she's 17, 27, 37, or even fucking 47. Also, if you remember hypergamy, it means bitches always are dating up anyways. Bitches are looking to get dominated. It's not even me making the rules. They want to get dominated. They're like, hey, I made it to this level. I want someone stronger than me, more powerful than me, more successful, smarter, bigger. I want him to come in and just have his way with me. That's what bitches are like. So what better time to start than 17? Also, what easier time to find a girl you can impress than 17? It's fine. Show her stuff she's never seen before. That's super cool. You can make a great impression if you guys stay together. Then you'll be the only man that she's had, ideally. But if you wait past 17, that's definitely not the case. You know, like that's, I would say 99.9%, but in Western countries, basically impossible. Like, no, right? With the OnlyFans economy, with the attention economy, where if you're just a hot chick, there's money waiting for you. First off, their morals are being put to the test more than ever. This 2024, 2025, the 21st century, 22nd century, whatever, all this time, this whole time is the worst time to be alive if you're an ugly chick. Because you're just watching hot bitches run laps around you. And not some of them, all of them. You think I'm dating some ugly girl, even if she has the perfect personality? Nope. And then all these other girls who are like looking really good, they can get hired at really nice places. They don't, like $15 an hour or some shit. It's a minimum wage shit, wage job for a hot chick. Literally doesn't exist, okay? If a girl's hot enough, you find like an 8, she's going to get taken off the market. She's going to work someplace that involves her sexuality, or she's going to click the OnlyFans button. Those are the only 3 outcomes for her, okay? So you can scoop her up at 17 and save her from the other 2 questionable choices. If you think I'm wrong, you're retarded. So how does this all relate to Dr. Disrespect? Well, I said I wasn't going to say anything about people who agree, so I'm not going to go there. But here's the thing. Doc's actions are 1,000% normal. They're as normal as you sneezing or craving water. Wanting something that hasn't been used only makes sense. That's the asensical thing that's happening. That's not normal. That's the abnormal thing happening. Doc wanting to talk to girls who are younger or multiple women is not the thing that's abnormal. That's 1,000% normal. Look it up yourself. That's what makes sense. And you know why? I've never walked into a restaurant and asked them for a steak that other customers have licked before. I've always, 100% of the time, walked into a restaurant and how fresh is the food? Oh, made to order. Perfect. It's made for me. Oh, it's picked for me too. Exactly what I asked for. Oh, it's created exactly to my specifications. There goes my fresh, never before licked, touched, groped, poked steak. It's never been in another customer's table, and it's all mine. As fresh as can be, and I enjoy it. And that is every man. A king can be dismissive of everything in the world, but he will still ask to be brought virgins. Why do you propose, you dumb fucks? So don't look at Dr. Disrespect and go, oh man, that's weird that he was talking to someone who wasn't 18. No, that only makes sense. Who wants some chick who had like 3 kids? Who wants some chick who's had like 50 dudes in her? Okay? No, nobody wants that. Have you ever asked for a used car because that's what you wanted? You have $58 billion in the bank account right now. Think of your favorite car. Do you ask for that used, or do you go get a brand new? The odometer has 0 miles on it. You take a screenshot with that shit, don't you? And put that shit right on your Instagram, your social media feeds, and you brag about how it has 0. It rolled off the motherfucking truck. They didn't even start the engine up. They pushed that shit for you, and it's yours now. Fresh as fuck, fine as fuck. Never before used. All yours. Who asked for the second-hand shit? What are you, a thrift store mom? No. Every man wants something for his own, and he wants whatever that is to be used the least amount as possible. There's no man out there, especially an alpha man, right? Who's like, oh yeah, give me the used up shit. I don't want used up women either, okay? A used up chick is a rental car, okay? The car that you buy better have some goddamn no miles or low miles. And the best time to get that, obviously mathematically, motherfucker, is when she's younger. I'll be waiting for you dumbasses in the comments. And for some of you smart motherfuckers too, go down there and beat those dumbasses up for me. Hit me up, tag me, throw me on the X. Shout out to Doc, you know? I'm not mad at you, Doc. Everything you've done your entire career is completely within the normal and predictable sexual dynamics, especially for a successful man. Like, you know, that's why I did the little Dr. Disrespect Gillette dance at the beginning, right? Because Gillette used to be for men. Now they're for, I don't know, any creature that grows hair, but definitely not men. Any creature but a man will buy Gillette now. They are for other creatures, and that's their branding. They got mad at men. And you know what? I called them out for it, and Doc stopped promoting their shit. Doc used to dance to that because that song was catchy. They used to be the best a men can get. They wanted men to enjoy their product. And the moment they turn their back on men, me and Doc also turn our back on them. Fuck those bitches. So Doc, keep your head up. If anybody can't stay by your side for this, not only are they stupid and don't understand how the actual world works, but they're not worth your time. Will this cost you money? Unfortunately, the Western world that we live in, yeah. If we lived in any other part of the world, like Asia or Dubai, like, bro, kings are flying Instagram models out that have like harems of women. Harems. Can you imagine waking up in the morning to your 26 wives? Oh, some of you don't like the number 17? How about 17-year-olds, okay? Other parts of the world. Doc, you're base as fuck. Don't let them get you down. I see you guys, see you men in the next video. God Kinetica out. And if your father, send me your second email. Peace.
But the people are retarded.